So we already have pretty frequent discussions about other things outside of sneakers on my channel, and I want to continue that based on videos that I actually like to watch myself. I'm always learning different things from them, and so today we'll go over 3 things I wish I learned sooner as a young adult.
That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish in one.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ, back with another video talks with TJ, aka TJ2 Swoosh Chains. Hope you guys are having an amazing day when you are viewing this. It's on a weekend. I'm not sure if it's Saturday or Sunday, but either way, hey, what's going on? Hope you're having a really great day. You guys already see me. I'm in my Tiny Rick hoodie. It's hoodie season. Full effect, ladies. Hashtag seize the fleece. Okay, make sure that you are doing your due diligence to take his hoodie. That's the vibe we're on. But thank you for tuning in. If you're brand new, go ahead and if you like what you see, subscribe. I always appreciate a like, even if you don't subscribe. That certainly helps the channel. And then to Swoosh Crew, you guys already know, please go ahead and engage in the comment section because I want to know what's the one thing you wish you knew sooner as a young adult. Now, I have a lot of young adults that watch me literally from like younger kids on up. So I hope this helps you in some way. Now, none of what I'll say will be groundbreaking. It's really not. I'm not that, genius of a person, but it's just a reflection of my life. Maybe it can help you. So we'll get started with, we'll just go through these, all right? And I'll tell you all of the, at least 3 things that I wish I knew a little bit sooner. Number 1, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. People having their lives fully figured out, people being in these blissful fairy tale relationships that you see online, people living the life of indulgence and splurging and vacation this and trip here and new car this and tons of stacks of shoes this. And then finally, this blueprint of society's plan for us in terms of school, marriage, kids, and you continue to go on with life through some other blueprint. It's all a freaking lie. Let me just go ahead and try to break down what I realized growing up. So I don't care if an individual is a little bit older than you or a lot older than you. They still really don't know what's going on in life. We're all still trying to figure out, what do we want? What do we like? What fulfills us? What doesn't motivate us? What doesn't move us in the direction that we really want to go? Because that direction changes over time. Nobody actually has any damn idea what's going on in life, especially their own. Like, they don't. So I don't want you to feel lonely, that you are confused and you really just feel like you're in an uncertain place. That's normal. And I don't care if you're, let's say, 19 and the person next to you is 25 or they're 40, they're still going through the same thing a lot of times you are, because it's just basic human nature. So don't feel lonely thinking, I'm looking around and everybody just seems to have like the 1-year plan and the 5-year plan. They know exactly where they're going. Those are great things you should do for yourself, but just know everybody really doesn't know what's going on. Relationships are always comical to me because people will look at a snapshot of a endearing picture on social media, and they will gather wholly from that everything. They'll do this whole psychological breakdown as if they know the relationship. Let me be very clear. You never know a relationship unless you are in the relationship. Unless you happen to be a fly on the wall that is yet to be killed in this household, you have no idea what a person goes through or what their experience is in a relationship. So you will walk around saying, hey, hashtag relationship goals. You have no idea what that actual relationship is like. And I will be very honest with you. Relationship and marriage, there's a totally different level when it comes to marriage that you won't know. So don't put yourself in this position, oh, I want that and I want what they have. You don't know what they have unless you're actually in it. I see so many young adults do that. Just don't. Like, I'm going to save you the time. Please don't, because what you think is relationship goals or some amazing love story could be an actual real life horror story. So you have no idea. Don't put yourself in that position. So this is not that I have ever envied people posting certain things on social media. Listen, I do quite fine for myself, by myself. I do quite fine. But I will certainly see people and they're always either eating out, they're buying a lot of things, they're going a lot of places, experiencing a lot of things, upgrading the car, upgrading the house, upgrading the gadgets every time something new comes out. Just understand this. On social media, first off, IG is a drug that a lot of people are addicted to. The attention, the likes, the oohs, the ahs. You have no idea the position that person is in. A lot of times, the people you see living this awesome, splurge, indulgent life on Instagram, they're barely paying bills. They're dependent on someone else to make sure they have the basics taken care of in life. You don't know that unless you know that person. So don't become self-conscious and feel insecure in any way that, man, I'm not really where I should be. I'm not doing as good as them. They're not doing as good as them. Trust me, they're not doing as good as them. And then finally, in terms of society's blueprint, listen, as a woman, myself, I'll tell you this, okay? At 30, there's a certain blueprint that people think should be laid out for me, right? Like, oh, you're not, you should have kids and all this other things. Miss me there. And I'm going to tell you, tell society to miss you too with whatever rigid box they would like to put you in. Okay, I get that the American dream is to be married with 2.5 kids and a picket fence and a dog and a cat and all of this. The American dream is built on something that clearly has proven unsustainable. Look at this country. And there's a lot of unhappy people that are living this so-called dream. They're in a nightmare. I did a video about this like years ago. It's pretty much a nightmare. So you need to follow a path that is true to whatever your specific purpose, goals, ambitions, fulfillment is in life. For you, it may not be settling down like that in that way. It may not be a home. It may be you just simply want to get up and go and travel to all the different places in the world that you have the ability to while still earning a living for yourself. Do that. Don't allow somebody to say, well, you're a certain age. I feel like you should be married by now. You're a certain age. I feel like you should have kids by now. I think you should mind your own business. And that's exactly what you as a young adult, just learn to say it respectfully depending on the person's age. But don't feel that you need to fit some archetype of what you should be as an individual. As long as you're a positive, contributing member to society, that's all I'm asking for you to be. I wish I learned, number 2, to pay myself sooner with interest. And what I mean by that is saving and investing. So again, these are two things that it's really not talked about within any curriculum in school. Even if you are a business major, they don't really harp on it, right? Like you may learn about its importance, but they don't drill it into your head. If you do this now, it can take you so much farther. I really wish somebody said that. Like, I'm pretty sure I have friends too where they wish as soon as we got our first big girl, big boy job, we maxed out the 401k. Even if it felt like you were still living broke, match it, like just honestly, max it out. Whatever your employer will match up to, max that out and learn to live on the rest of the net income that's coming in after taxes and maybe after health insurance if you're covered by your employer with that as well. It will do wonders for your life, for your peace of mind and security as you're looking ahead, right? Because it's really easy when you're first getting your real first job. So maybe it's right out of high school or maybe it's post-college and you think, oh, I have 40, 50, years to work and amass wealth. And then you figure out you kept delaying it and you kept putting it off and it wasn't a big deal. You don't want to look up one day and be 50 and realize I would love to retire in 15 years, but how? Like, how is that possible? We will pay everyone else under the sun but ourselves. And let's just relate this to sneakers, right? We'll pay Nike, we'll pay Adidas, we'll pay Reebok, we'll pay Puma, we'll pay New Balance, we'll pay Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champs, Finish Line, Hibbett Sports, you name it, we'll pay everybody. We'll pay everybody but ourselves first. And I say with interest because you need to tax that on. You need to add that interest. Right now, compound interest, that is the automatic and the best way for that to happen. But I wish I would have learned that because trust me, you think I don't have regrets when it comes to how I've handled money? Absolutely. This is why we'll get up here and say certain things to you. I have regrets too, but I want better for you than what I did for myself growing up. And I still have a lot of growing up to do, even because I'm only 30. But pay yourself first with interest, no hesitation. And that comes to savings and that comes to actually investing for your retirement. Like, I wish I had done that sooner. All right, and the third thing I wish I learned sooner, this is going to sound a little bit harsh. I don't want it to come off that way, but it's your fault. Like a lot of the life that you are in or you will live, it actually will be your fault. That's not to place like responsibility of bad actions or bad things said to you or heinous or malicious things done or said to you. I've had plenty of them done and said about me. That's not to say that part is your fault, right? You were never responsible for another individual's emotions, actions, or their reactions. You're not responsible for that, so please don't ever feel that you are. We're adults, okay? The reality of being a human being is that you have free will to act in whichever way you would like to act. The problem is we will take on this victimhood. We will take on sometimes a martyr mentality where, oh, well, I'll just continue to self-sacrifice and stay in a situation I know is bad. Like on paper, you could put down your situation, remove yourself, and you would tell yourself, hey, leave. Hey, find another solution. Hey, this isn't the best for you. This isn't healthy. This isn't fulfilling. This makes zero sense. But yet you will continue to stay in it. Because why? Because there's feelings, because there's emotion. Listen, I get that we're human. Learn to take your feelings out of it. Because when you do, you'll make more logical decisions as an adult. And when you do, you'll realize you are the reason. It's your fault that a lot of times you're in the positions that you're in. Because instead of sitting down, using some critical thinking, you will act off of emotion. You will stay in situations, whether it's jobs, whether it's a major, whether it's a relationship, whether it's where you're living, you'll stay there and it's based off emotion. But then you'll blame everything else going on around you. Instead of blaming yourself, you're choosing. Everything we do is a choice. How we choose to feel, that is a choice. Like you are choosing to feel certain ways. You're choosing to react certain ways. It's your fault. Once you take accountability for that, you will realize I can change so much about my life of what I don't like. You're not pigeonholed based on circumstances because you can always act out of them. And if you don't think so, understand this. There's always someone with less doing more because they made certain choices to put them on a path that was more in line with what they wanted. So take the accountability early in life when you're really young, and I promise you, it will help you so much farther along. All right, so that's all I got for 3 things I wish I learned sooner as a young adult. Like truly, I didn't learn some of these until, really later, like 28, like a few years ago. Really just took them to heart and took a look around at different things in life. And I guess I'll do a follow-up video maybe of why I'm not really stressed when it comes to life. So thank you so much for tuning in. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.